The state football champion Imhotep Panthers join us in studio. Then we get into our basketball preview. We have an interview, pop quiz, and a web chat. All next on Varsity Voice presented by SFBN. Catholic League and the team that everybody's talking about. One final thought. Let's get a big, bold prediction. Welcome to another edition of Varsity Voice presented by SFBN. I'm your host, Ari Bluestein, and we have some special guests in studio from the state champion Imhotep Panthers, head coach Albie Crosby, and star tackle Yasir Durant. Thank you guys for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
So you just won the state championship. Coach, how does it feel?
You know what, it really feels surreal. I mean, when we happened to lose the championship, it was quite immediate. Getting this situation of winning it, it's like a great feeling. Being able to be acknowledged by our city, it's amazing for our fan base to come back home, for our league, for all the love that we've received. It's just a great feeling. And
Yasir, how about for you and the players? What's it feel like?
It feels great just to accomplish our goals and just to get to where we wanted to be at for the past 4 years.
And Coach, you mentioned about the league. You know, this is the first public league team to win a football state championship. You know, talk about that accomplishment for the Philadelphia Public League.
Well, when you think about it, you know, you think about the state of Pennsylvania, you think about football in the state of Pennsylvania. You mostly think about Western Pennsylvania. But I want to say over the last 8 to 10 years, our side of the state has been making a major impact in high school sports. And for our league to be able to make an impact in winning the championship is major kudos. I mean, you look like guys like Sharif Floyd that's come from our league, is in the NFL, Deion Barnes is in the NFL. So we've had a lot of great players. But now to win the state championship really speaks volumes.
And, you know, Yasir, the toughest game along that road possibly was the district championship against Archbishop Wood, a game that you guys lost last year. So talk about that game and the feeling once you won that game at Northeast High.
It just felt great. We just knew it was just a step closer to our ultimate goal to get to a state championship and win it. So it just felt great just to get over that hump.
And, you know, Coach, in that game, probably the biggest moment in that game was the Mike Waters interception of Anthony Russo to basically seal it. Talk about that play and that great play that Mike Waters made.
You know, that was a great drive. Archbishop Wood, Coach Devlin had his team going. And, you know, we were up 20-14, and they got a shot to go in and score. We had 2 penalties, so we decided to call a timeout. Our defensive coordinator, Mark Schmidt, did a phenomenal job getting our team prepared. That usually when Archbishop Wood has a team on the ropes, they take a shot. And they had the fullback leaking out to the flat. Shaka Tony did an amazing job to rush Anthony Russo. And he threw the ball, and Mike Waters made a phenomenal interception.
And then once you guys got the ball back this year, you and the rest of the offensive line were able to just push Wood down the field, make room for your runners, and just run out the clock. Talk about what it was like for you and the players knowing you had that opportunity to just run the clock out and win the title.
We just knew coming out that we couldn't give them the ball back, so we just played our game, played physical, played fast, and then once we start going downhill, was nothing really to it.
And Coach Crosby, you know, over the years, not just this year, but the last few years, your squad has really dominated play, really outscoring opponents by large amounts, you know, not including the Wood game, obviously. But what has allowed you really to have that dominance over, in particular, Philadelphia Public League opponents over the last few years?
I think it's our young people. I think our young people love to compete. And when you get a chance to compete and go up against other people, their competition, their competitor attitude just really gets them to be able to go above and beyond. And, you know, we've been a team that's been very fortunate that we've been able to score points in bunches, offensively or defensively. And I think, you know, when we oppose our will, we've been blessed. And then we get in times where we're not able to oppose our will, and we've had to fight a little bit. And in that situations, we've kind of overcame in times too. So I believe it's our brand. We've branded ourselves to be a good football program. So we're excited about that.
And, you know, Yasir, after 2 years of basically heartbreak, losing in the 2A state championship game 41-0 a couple of years ago, last year losing to Archbishop Wood in the district championship, how good does it feel to get over the hump, not only in the district championship, but also win the whole thing after those past 2 years?
I just felt great because for the past 2 years we just fell short of what we wanted to accomplish. So it just felt good just to win everything, and then everybody's just extremely happy.
Well, you guys won a lot of awards this year, but last episode we gave out our end-of-year SFBN awards, and you guys won the Best Team Award. So I wanted to officially present you with the trophy.
Thank you.
Wow, this is a great trophy. We're very honored to have it. You know, it's an Albie Award size type trophy, so we're very grateful. Thank you.
Well, congratulations for everything, Coach Albie Crosby, Yasir Durant. Thank you guys for joining us today.
Thank you.
When we return on Varsity Voice, we will have our basketball preview all next.
Hi, I'm Tommy Green, former pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. When I was in high school, it was very important to me to show scouts what I could do. My friends at Payroll Service Solutions are huge supporters of high school sports and the Sports Fan Base Network. If you're a small to medium-sized business in need of a payroll company, contact Payroll Service Solutions. Not only will they take care of you, they will continue to support the community. For more information, contact Payroll Service Solutions at 215-624-0922 or 866-PAY-EASY.
Bucksmont Indoor Sports Center is the area's largest indoor sports and event center with over 78,000 square feet of playing and expo surface. We offer year-round programs for toddlers to teens, as well as an extensive adult league program in a variety of sports. Celebrate your birthday with an unforgettable party. Choose from Nerf Turf Tag, Bubble Soccer, or a variety of activities for a party everyone will be talking about. Bucksmont is the first and only facility in the area to offer bubble ball soccer. See if you have what it takes to beat the bubble. Visit our facility, conveniently located in Hatfield, PA. For the love of the game, it's Bucksmont Indoor Sports Center.
I got the personal attention I needed, I had a lot of options when I graduated, and as far as I'm concerned, this is my dream job.
Ryder prepared me for my NBA career, and I also got the education that I need for life after basketball.
I had 6 teaching internships while I was at Ryder, and right after graduation, I started a career that I love.
Are you ready for prom? Well, SFBN is. We have partnered up with several local businesses to offer our high school viewers discounts on major prom-related purchases. Clark's Premier Limousine for transportation, the Men's and Boys Store for tux rentals, LB's Cuts for men's haircuts, In Good Hands Salon for hair and nails, and Dress Up Time for prom dresses. Go to www.sfbnprom.com to receive your promo code today.
Welcome back. As we start our basketball discussion, we wanted to talk to a team that could really make some noise this year. So we sent our own Frankie Stokes to talk to the Whippets of Downingtown West.
We're here at Downingtown West with Coach Ritter, Josh, Dom, and Ryan. Coach, let's take a look back. Last season, you won the league, and talk about your predictions for this season. And are they playing out the way you thought they were?
Last year was a magical season. First time we won the league since 2008. Going into the season, we knew we had a chance to win. I thought it, so did the kids. To see that come to fruition was tremendous. Not only winning the league, but going to the districts and then eventually making it to the state tournament. It was just absolutely phenomenal season. This year, we expect the same. We're practicing every day for it. Our mantra has been one more. We want one more championship. We want one more shot at the districts, and we want one more shot at the states.
Now, Ryan, let's talk about last season as a junior winning the league and going into your senior year. So far, your senior year is shaping up really well. You've just reached 1,000 points. Let's talk about that a little bit.
Reaching 1,000 points was fun. It was a great milestone to reach. It was really exciting. Everyone in school was coming up to me that day, asking me if I was going to make it or what was going to happen. And, it was kind of a relief once I got it, finally have that weight off my shoulders and can just play basketball after that, not have to worry about making shots.
Was reaching 1,000 points one of your original goals, or was it just something that just happened?
Just something that came with it, I guess. I didn't really like, my goals are just to win, you know, just win districts, have a run at states. So, you know, that's not, 1,000 points wasn't like a specific goal I planned for.
And Josh and Dom, last season, you know, winning the league and you had a nice run in states. Talk about your favorite moments.
Winning the league was big for us, especially because going into the season, no one really expected us to win. We knew how good we were, but other teams didn't realize it, so showing everyone how good we were was really great.
Definitely the Chessmont Championship. Going into that game, we weren't picked. We were 4th, 5th in the Chessmont. We were picked before the season started, and we wanted to prove people wrong after that game, and that's what we did. It was fun.
And Coach, you know, seeing these guys starting from freshman to senior, what is it like for you to watch them grow as people and players and moving on to the next step in their life?
As a coach, you envision having talent, you know, like moved into my district like they did. Those kids at 9th grade came in very raw, you know, full of energy, not knowing, you know, what it takes to win. Now junior year, you know, they figured it out quickly, you know, what they needed to do after a sophomore season that saw them, you know, flashes of greatness. Junior year, we put it all together, you know, winning this year. Ryan scoring 1,000 points. Josh is well on his way. He's actually very close. And Dom not too far behind. Expectations are high, as they should be. With 3 scholarship players on your roster, 3-year, 3 starters, you know, winning the league is an expectation. You know, making a run at districts is an expectation, and moving on further in the state tournament, like as we did last year, is definitely high on our list.
And speaking of colleges, Ryan, you were committed to UPenn. How exciting is that for you?
It's very exciting. UPenn was high on my list, you know, from the start of the process. So, you know, committing to them was a relief. I committed pretty early, you know, before my final month of AAU. So, you know, they have a great coach, Steve Donahue. It's his first year, and I really like his vision for the program. And that combined with the academics at Penn, it just seemed like an unbeatable combination of basketball and academics for me.
Too good to pass up, right? And Dom, you're looking to stay close right down the street at Westchester.
Yes, Westchester is one of the schools that is recruiting me, top on my list, one of them. Also, I got Division III schools that are looking at me, but I would say Westchester is the top school I want to go to, or one of the top schools I want to go to. So local.
And Josh, right now you are teammates with Ryan, but this time next year you guys will be rivals as you are committed to Cornell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's going to be fun. We've been playing together since 7th grade, so it's going to be fun playing against each other for the next 4 years, especially when we come down to Philly and play in the Palestra every year. Our family and teammates and coaches can all get up and go see the game, so that'll be cool.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch it myself. Now, you guys are mid-season right now. What is the most exciting game you have coming up, you think, that you're looking forward to most?
I'm looking forward to the Coatesville game when they come to our home floor. There's going to be, we're going to have a great student section and a great home crowd, and Coatesville fans travel well, so there's going to be a lot of energy on both sides of the gym, and it's probably going to be a game that means a lot going into playoffs.
Definitely. I'll be very second.
And speaking of, we are actually covering that game on SFBN, so stay tuned, viewers. Coach, guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight, and good luck for the rest of your season.
Thank you.
Thank you, Frankie, and thank you, Coach Ritter, and good luck to Downingtown West this year. Up next, Pop Quiz. The Sports Fan Base Network, this area's leader in high school sports broadcasting, is continually bringing you the most in-depth coverage. Join us for Varsity Voice every other Wednesday at 6 and 10:30 p.m. on TCN. Pop Quiz is brought to you by Gear Up, a federally funded program designed to increase the number of students who are prepared to enter and succeed in post-secondary education. Gear Up provides early college awareness and academic support to students beginning no later than 7th grade, following them through high school graduation. For more information, go to www.philasd.org. Welcome back. It's time for the Pop Quiz, and joining us today is our newest SFBN high school sports analyst, Tyler DeGiacomo. Tyler, thanks for joining us.
No problem. I'm used to being behind the camera. Nice to be in front of the camera today.
So we're talking some high school hoops today. Are you ready to go?
I'm ready. Let's go.
All right, it's time for the Pop Quiz, and we'll start in the Catholic League. Roman Catholic will repeat as the Catholic League champions, true or false?
I'm going to go with true. I think that the triplets of Carr, Stevens, and Bostic will be a lot to handle this year. All three of them going to Penn State. Archbishop Wood off to a good start this year. They could challenge LaSalle, perhaps, maybe. They lost a lot with Najee Wells going to East Stroudsburg and Dave Krompetich going to Colgate. I think Roman Catholic is the cream of the crop this year.
I'm going to agree. I'm going to say true. And I think Newman Goretti could definitely pose a threat to Roman Catholic, some of those other teams as well that you mentioned. But I think Roman, like you said, too talented. I think they repeat. So you're off to a good start, Tyler. Good job. All right, so we're going to stick in the Catholic League. Fill in the blank. Other than Newman Goretti and, of course, Roman, the next best team in the Philadelphia Catholic League is blank.
I'm going to go with the team I mentioned in the first question, Archbishop Wood, off to a very good start again this year. Tommy Funk run the point for them, going to Army. They traveled down south for a holiday tournament, and when they come back up, they should be ready for that grueling Catholic League gauntlet of a schedule they have. So I'm going to say Wood will be a big surprise this year.
I think Wood will be a surprise as well, but I'm going to disagree. I'm going to say Archbishop Carroll is the next best team. I saw both Carroll and Wood play, and I think they just have more talent. You look at Josh Sharkey, look at Ryan Daly, John Rigsby, and the big guy, Meeks Antums, that was pretty impressive to me down low. So I think Carroll will be the next best team in there in the PCL. All right, so we're going to the pub now. Imhotep won the whole thing last year. Who is the toughest challenger to Imhotep in the public league? A, Constitution, B, Martin Luther King, or C, other?
I'm going to go with Constitution. It's hard to argue against the defending state champions. Rob Moore always has his team play a hard non-conference schedule, always come in the district play with a 500 record or below due to that hard schedule. So I'm going to say Constitution, once again, will have a very good year.
I think they will have a good year as well, potentially make a run to the state tournament, but I'm going to disagree. I'm going to say B, King. I really like their talent. You have McCall, Cassian K, and the big guy, Rasul Samir, inside. I know King already lost to Imhotep, but they did beat Constitution, split with Constitution, actually. And I think King, overall, just has maybe a little bit more talent to compete with Imhotep. But I think Imhotep is going to win the whole thing anyway. All right, let's go to District 1. The Ghosts of Abington, they won 4A last year. So, true or false, Abington will repeat as District 1 4A champions?
I'm going to go with false. I think Abington had a little Cinderella run last year, led by Matt Pennical, who's now graduated on to Penn State. Robbie Hinton, the point guard, comes back this year for his sophomore season. But my answer is false. I'm going to go with Downingtown West, off to another great start again this year. Ron Bentley playing pretty well. Plymouth White Marsh, Xavier Malone back again this year. He's very good. And it's hard to say Chester will be a dark horse this year, not playing up to their status last couple of years, but I think Chester gets back up on the horse again this year.
Yeah, I'm going to agree. I'm going to say false. And, you know, Abington lost a lot last year. You mentioned Pennical's at Westchester, and I think that you look at Abington, they're young, but I think there's a lot of really good teams. You mentioned Downingtown West, Chester, PW, among others. So I'm going to agree. I'm going to say false. So it all comes down to this final fill-in-the-blank question to see if you pass or fail. All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's go.
In 2015, 4 District 12 teams won the state championships. They swept. So in 2016, District 12 teams will win blank state championships.
I'm going to go with 2. I think definitely Constitution wins it in single A. As for Triple A, one of the Catholic League teams, whether it's Carroll, Imhotep, Charter, would win it there possibly. As for Quad A, Roman Catholic possibly could win it there. Then as for Double A, Commonwealth had a pretty good run last year, kind of weak this year, lost a couple seniors, and with Stevie Jordan transferring, just not as strong again this year.
Well, I think that Constitution definitely has the leg up in single A. I think Triple A will come out of District 12 as well, but I'm going to disagree. I'm going to say it's going to be 3. I'm going to say Roman Catholic really has a good shot to win the 4A state championship. Again, I think 2A might be the one classification. Like you mentioned, Comaligan, they're a little bit down this year. So, unfortunately, Tyler, you failed our pop quiz. I'm sorry. But, Tyler, thank you very much for joining us today. We'll be back to continue our basketball discussion next on Varsity Voice, presented by SFBN.
Hi, I'm Marty Bystrom, former pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. In my experience in Major League Baseball, I know how important it is for high school athletes to gain exposure. My friends at Payroll Service Solutions are huge supporters of high school sports and the Sports Fan Base Network. If you are a small to medium-sized business in need of a payroll company, contact Payroll Service Solutions. Not only will they take care of you, they will continue to support the community. For more information, contact Payroll Service Solutions at 215-624-0922 or 866-PAY-EASY.
Hey, you.
Who, me?
Yes, you. Do you like pro sports?
Yeah.
You like college sports?
Of course.
You like high school sports?
I guess.
Maybe you just don't know much about them.
Hey, voice in the sky.
Huh?
Where can I go to learn more about Philadelphia area high school athletics?
Just watch Varsity Voice every other Wednesday at 6 p.m. on TCN.
Welcome back. It's now time for our basketball preview web chat. And to start things off, we have Jake the Voice Schwartz. Jake, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, Ari. It's great to be here, and it's an honor to be on your show today.
Jake, Roman and Newman Goretti, they're the two best teams in the Catholic League. Who is better?
You know, again, there's so much talent that you could talk about. I could go on for hours about this, but I won't. Roman Catholic brings in 4 of 5 starters from last season. They also welcome in the addition of Lamar Stevens. I mean, Roman Catholic has 7 Division I players. Newman Goretti also brings in a 5 set of their own, led by Quade Green, who's nationally ranked, as well as Demir Cosby-Roundtree, who's getting some very good Division I looks of his own, and Zane Martin is headed to Towson State. But Ari, at the end of the day, it has to be Roman Catholic for the 2nd straight year. Chris McNesby's bunch just is too deep as far as Division I type of talent. And once Demir Cosby-Roundtree fouls out of that game, if he does, then really Newman really doesn't have as deep of a bench as Roman does. So I am going with Roman Catholic for the 2nd straight year.
District 1, a wide area of teams, lots of teams. Who do you think is the best?
Well, there's a lot of talent, Ari, in District 1. And, you know, I've seen a lot of great teams over the last couple of years. Coatesville is always a contending type of team. Pennsbury, though they lost 3 seniors, they're back with a couple, 3, even 4 seniors of their own. However, even with Plymouth Whitemarsh, I should say, with Xavier Malone back again this year. But at the end of the day, my friend, and even Downingtown West is a contender-type team with Josh Warren and Dom Guerrera and Ryan Bentley. Now, Warren and Bentley are both going to play against each other in the Ivy League, Cornell and Penn respectively. But at the end of the day, Chester is just too strong. Although Downingtown West and Chester will face each other on December 30th at Widener University. So we'll have to see about that. But at the end of the day, I still have to go with the Chester Clippers, led by Marquise Collins, Jordan Camper, and Jamar Sudan.
The Friends League, very good league for basketball. Who is the favorite in that league this year?
You're just putting me on the spot with this one, aren't you, my friend? And I love the talent that's coming out of the Friends League. Shipley, Academy New Church, Friends Central, and Germantown Friends, all of whom possess Division I type of talent. But at the end of the day, I said that Roman Catholic was number 1, Newman Goretti was number 2, and the number 3 team in Southeastern PA is my favorite to win the Friends League this year again for the 3rd straight year, and that's Seth Berger's bunch, the Westtown Friends Moose. They're led by Mohammed Bamba, George Washington commit Jair Bolden. They also bring in the likes of the number 7 player in the country in 2018, Cameron Reddish, as well as Brandon Rena from Yonkers, New York. I hear that North Carolina has already knocked on the New York native's door. Najah Hunter, you really want to look out for a guy like him. His stock has risen over the last summer. So Ari, my take once again, and maybe even a chance to win Pennsylvania Independent School State Championship, Westtown Friends Moose.
Jake, thank you very much for joining us today here on Varsity Voice.
Ari, thank you, and always a pleasure to see you, my friend.
And now we bring in, for a girls basketball perspective, Philadelphia Inquirer writer Kate Harman. Kate, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Kate, Philadelphia Catholic League, very good for girls basketball. Who are the top teams in the PCL this year?
3 teams you definitely want to look out for. Newman Goretti has to be the first one. They have 4 Division I recruits. They're really athletic, they're really physical, they're great on defense, and they haven't lost a game since the state championship game 2 years ago. Next, Archbishop Wood. They're also another really good defensive team. They've been in the Catholic League Championship 7 years in a row, and they have Bailey Greenberg. And the third is Cardinal O'Hara. They're young, but they got a lot of experience last year. They're really fun to watch.
District 1 usually has some very good teams as well. Who are the favorites in D1 this year?
In Quad A, I think it's a pretty unique situation this year. There's a lot of teams that I think that can win a title, but the first team that I think of has to be North Penn. They're really well coached. They are really good offensively and defensively. They're really good from the outside, also on the inside. Sam Karanji leads that team. She's the point guard. Then you have to look at CB South, Abington, Perk Valley, Boyertown, Mount St. Joseph. Really just a lot of teams that I think they can go on a run and they can win a title.
How about in the private school leagues like the Interac and the Friends League? Who do you like there this year?
Germantown Academy, they won the Interac last year. I think they have a really great shot at winning it again this year. It's a really competitive league. You've got EA, Notre Dame, Penn Charter, so a lot of teams that could definitely give them a run for their money. But I think the Patriots look like the team to beat. In Friends schools, Friends Central, they're led by Michaela Vaughn and Iana McCurdy. They're looking to win their second consecutive title, and they're going to have to contend with Shipley.
Kate, thank you for joining us today here on Varsity Voice presented by SFBN.
Thanks.
And now, here is what's coming up on the Sports Fan Base Network. Thank you for watching this edition of Varsity Voice presented by SFBN. I hope you enjoyed our basketball preview. We'll be back in 2016. Until then, Happy New Year and have a good night.
Select video equipment for Varsity Voice has been provided by DMP Video. DMP Video. You provide the moment, we'll capture the memories. For more information about our videography services, please go to our website at www.dmpvid.com.
The Sports Fan Base Network, this area's leader in high school sports broadcasting, is continually bringing you the most in-depth coverage. Join us for Varsity Voice every other Wednesday at 6 p.m. on TCN, where we'll have interviews with players, coaches, writers, and more, plus analysis, highlights, and in-depth features on major topics in the Delaware Valley high school sports community. Tune in every other Wednesday at 6 p.m. on TCN for the best high school sports show around, Varsity Voice presented by SFBN.